What's up, guys? Mr. Dan here, back again for another Martial Arts Monday review. And I'm sitting in a mostly dark car right now so that I can record this. I need to get this video out before Martial Arts Monday. And let me just paint you a picture. I was a young kid back in the 1970s, which I know for some of you that just blows your mind. Back then, we had 4 channels to choose from on TV. 4 or 5. Cable TV may have been a brand new thing, but we didn't have it yet. So on Saturdays, I look forward to Kung Fu Theater. And some of the films were pretty good. Some of them were just okay. A lot of them were cut up and dubbed, of course. And then one Saturday, a movie called Master Killer comes on. And this film absolutely blew me away. It was like nothing I had ever seen. With some of the most incredible training sequences I had ever seen. The cinematography was better. Everything about this film was a cut above 90% of the films that they usually showed on Kung Fu Theater. And, of course, that's what it was called when it aired on American TV back then. We know it today as the 36 Chambers of Shaolin. And the 36 Chamber of Shaolin is a 1978 film directed by Lau Kar-leung, starring his adopted brother, Gordon Lui. Of course, that would make him also the adopted brother of Lau Kar-wing. But this is a career-defining performance for Gordon Lui, certainly a beloved actor and figure in the world of martial arts films. And he would be associated with this Shaolin character for years to come as a result of this. And this is not... The thing that is different about this, because the framing plot of a bunch of rebels fighting back against the Manchu-controlled government, and some of them hiding out in the Shaolin Temple and receiving training in the Shaolin Temple before eventually launching like a counter-rebellion or a rebellion, has been done before. We've seen that storyline many times before. What makes this film different is that it doesn't just have some good training sequences. This is the training sequence film, like the greatest training sequence film of all time, in my opinion. That is the heart and soul of the film. The entire, I would say, if there's 4 acts in this film, the second and third act, the entire middle section of the film is one long training sequence. And it is entertaining as hell. It is actually quite brutal. And the actor Gordon Lui has stated that he did receive many injuries. And he sort of, in a later interview, lamented the fact that younger actors really don't know what it was like to make films back then when they set up the camera and you had to do pretty complicated kung fu movements flawlessly, 20 or 30 movements in a row before they would cut to another scene. So this is an amazing film. One of the chambers is a chamber where you learn about Buddhism, so that leaves 35 chambers that test your physicality and, of course, your mental toughness as well. There's a boxing chamber and a wrist chamber, an eye chamber, a head chamber. They have different chambers to test different parts of your body. A leg chamber. The eye chamber is one of my favorites. It's so entertaining. I was like, seeing this as a kid, I was like, who thought of that? That is the coolest thing ever. And after these guys take beatings that go on for years in these chambers and get frustrated and have to, maintain their composure and try again, they get to challenge one of the abbots. And I just want to highlight one of the actors here because I've just seen him in a film. Hoi Sang-lee plays the Office of Justice abbot. So he's a high-ranking abbot. So there's several scenes where Gordon Lui will challenge him, lose, go back to the drawing board, try a different weapon. You see him training with the weapon. He's training with like a spear that has like a crescent at the end of it. And he's in his mind, he's imagining disarming the abbot. And then when it comes to the actual fight, that doesn't happen. And he's, eventually he has to concede defeat. And then in one of my favorite sequences, he's training again and he chops a piece of bamboo. And as it's sort of the top part is falling on his head, he uses the other end of his staff, which has a blade on it, and chops it again. So now the bamboo has been cut into 3 sections. So the film takes some liberties with the idea that this monk Sandy invents the 3-section staff. So now he imagine a pair of nunchucks that are larger, but they have 3 sections. So now he brings his own weapon to the trial with the monk and with the abbot, and it's just so entertaining. You're really just rooting for this guy the whole time. And then at the end of the film, we get some rebellion against the Manchu-controlled government. And there's some other good characters in here. There's a character that's been played in other films, of the character of Miller 6. In this film, he's played by Yu Wang. Now, Yu Wang, Hoi Sang Lee, and Lei Lo, who plays the general, he's the bad guy, General Tien To, they would all appear in a film called Mercenaries of Hong Kong. I'll be reviewing that in an upcoming Hong Kong action movie review. Please come back for that. That could be any day of the week. That is a separate type of review for Martial Arts Monday. But, the ending climactic battle is pretty entertaining. I mean, there's dozens of people. You got people on rooftops, people on horseback, some really good scenes, great cinematography. They didn't have, like, smoke grenades back then, but they had something in their kitchen that they used to the same effect against the bad guys. It's actually pretty clever. Overall, just an absolutely exciting, entertaining, rousing, sort of like a legendary kung fu film. I mean, if you've never seen a kung fu film, this wouldn't be a bad place to start. The 36th Chamber of Shaolin. Now, incidentally, as I've said, the Miller 6 character and the Sandy character have been played in other films. I have reviewed The Iron-Fisted Monk on this channel, and in that film, the Miller 6 character is played by Sammo Hung to more comedic effect. He gets a little more screen time in that film. And the Sandy character is played by Chen Xing. So this character has been played many other times in other films. And real quick, there's The Iron-Fisted Monk. Please go check out my review of that film. And then also of interest is that both Hoi Sang Lee and Gordon Lui, who were master and pupil in this film, would appear together in the very beginning of Shaolin Mantis in a cameo. That film was also directed by Lar Kar Long. So they would sort of be linked together for some time to come because of that film. Check out my review of Shaolin Mantis on the channel as well. But anyway, that's about it. I cannot recommend this enough. I mean, if you like training sequences, if you like awesome kung fu choreography, if you like different weapons, this is your film. And if you like a film that actually has a heart, this is the film for you. The 36th Chamber of Shaolin, guys. Check it out. Come back again next week for another Martial Arts Monday review. And of course, let me know in the comments below whether or not you've seen this film and what are your thoughts. Did you see it on TV as Master Killer in the United States like me? Let me know in the comments below. And if you did, let me know what part of the country you were in. I was in the Philadelphia area, so I watched it. This was on one of the Philadelphia channels. I'm very interested in that. Okay, thanks a lot, and come back again next Monday. Later.